I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be constant.
In an explosive turn of events, Teyana Taylor is blindsided by a stunning betrayal from her ex-husband, Iman Shumpert, who has filed for full custody of their daughter, causing a storm of public drama, heartache, and emotional turmoil. What was supposed to be a simple day of celebration at their daughter's birthday party quickly spiraled into chaos, with a confrontation that left the internet reeling. But behind the headlines and viral posts, there's a raw, real human story unfolding. Let's dive into what really happened, what's going on behind the scenes, and how this emotional roller coaster is shaking Teyana and Iman's lives.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it to the hospital, but I'm like, well, you gotta make it to the hospital because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. So I for her to come. So we counted to 10. She did her. And she pushed, and the head came out, and
He's way too calm.
and then
I wasn't that calm.
it was like finishing like a long marathon. And Junie was right there.
It all started with Iman Shumpert's sudden legal move filed in complete secrecy. No prior warning, no conversations, just a quiet, cold filing that blindsided Teyana. A full custody lawsuit demanding legal and physical custody of their daughter was delivered with no explanation, no discussion, and most shockingly, no heads up. This wasn't a routine co-parenting adjustment. It was a full-on, aggressive attack on Teyana's parental role, questioning her emotional stability, parenting consistency, and even her fitness as a mother. The court documents dropped like a bombshell, and the world witnessed Teyana's emotional collapse. For someone who's always been known for her strength, resilience, and composure in the face of adversity, Teyana Taylor's emotional breakdown was incredibly raw. She took to social media in a vulnerable moment, sharing her heartbreak with her fans in real time. Her voice cracked, and her eyes were swollen as she held up a photo of her daughter, whispering, "I did everything for her." There was no PR spin, no rehearsed line, just a mother broken by the thought of losing her child. Fans, friends, and followers flooded the internet with support and outrage, with emotions running high, but it didn't end there. On what should have been a joyous occasion, Teyana's daughter's birthday party,
Catch some Christmas, baby.
Iman Shumpert Jr. entering the world at 6:42 a.m. He was ready to show us what love really looks like.
She's the best Christmas present I've ever gotten.
Yes.
You did good this year, but
The new parents ending 2015 on a sweet note.
things took a shocking turn when Iman Shumpert made an uninvited appearance. There was no warning, no coordination with Teyana, and certainly no respect for the special day that she had planned. His sudden arrival at the venue wasn't just a surprise, it was an unwelcome disruption, one that shattered the mood and left everyone frozen in disbelief. As Iman walked in, it was clear that his presence wasn't just a surprise. It was a move to force a conversation, to force his way back into Teyana's life, and more importantly, to disrupt the peace. Iman, calm but firm, walked straight up to Teyana and said, "We need to talk." In that moment, it was as if time stood still. Teyana's face froze, the joy and warmth of the birthday celebration evaporating in an instant. "Not here, not now," she replied, clearly emotionally, overwhelmed. She tried to keep her composure, but the pain was evident. "This is her birthday," she cried, her voice breaking. Teyana's attempt to shield her daughter from the drama was palpable as she scooped up her daughter and walked out of the room, leaving a scene of utter chaos behind her. As the world watched Teyana's emotional breakdown unfold live on social media, the backlash was swift and intense. Videos, tweets, and TikToks flooded the internet. Fans, experts, and influencers all took to the platforms to share their thoughts, some offering support to Teyana, others speculating about Iman's motives. Was he genuinely trying to reconnect with his daughter, or was he trying to assert control? Was this an emotional outburst, or a calculated move to disrupt her. The speculation didn't stop there. Legal experts stepped in, explaining how aggressive moves like full custody lawsuits are rare, especially without prior mediation. They pointed out that such a move could signify an underlying issue, a deep mistrust or belief that the other parent is unfit to care for the child. For Teyana, the emotional toll was immediate. The pain of having her parenting questioned in such a public way, coupled with the shock of the unexpected lawsuit, was a heavy burden to bear. As the weeks passed, more questions began to arise about Iman's actions. Was this a desperate attempt to reconnect with his daughter, or was this about ego and control? Some fans believe Iman misjudged the situation, attempting to re-enter his daughter's life after feeling pushed out. Others, however, think that the timing of his actions, especially the surprise appearance at the birthday party, was part of a larger strategy to reassert himself in the narrative of his family. The drama didn't stop at the legal battle. Some fans pointed to rumors of a possible relationship between Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre, an actor, and speculated that this may have played a role in Iman's decision to file for custody. Was there something more personal going on behind closed doors? Or was this simply a man trying to regain control of his family life? While the drama between Teyana and Iman unfolds in the public eye, the real tragedy is the impact on their daughter. She is the one caught in the middle of this emotional storm, and no matter how much the parents try to shield her, the consequences of this public fallout could leave lasting scars. The internet is divided, but one thing everyone agrees on is that this little girl deserves peace and stability, something that's been severely disrupted by this emotional custody battle. As the legal wheels continue to turn, Teyana is expected to respond aggressively to Iman's custody filing, possibly with a countersuit or public statement. There's talk that Iman could win temporary custody, or at least have a portion of it handed over while the legal process plays out. And then there's the possibility of Aaron Pierre being dragged into the case, making things even more complicated and messy. But what's clear is that this isn't just about legal papers and courtrooms. This is about real lives, real pain, and the emotional cost of public family battles. Teyana's heartbreak is evident, but it's also clear that Iman's intentions are now a subject of public scrutiny. As this drama continues to unfold, the public waits to see how this will play out in court. But more importantly, how it will affect the family dynamic moving forward. No matter how this ends in the courts, it's already clear that the damage has been done. The public exposure of this family's personal battles has altered the course of their relationship and their careers. The fight for custody may continue, but it's the emotional toll that will last far longer. As the story unfolds, one thing is certain: Teyana Taylor will continue to fight for her family, but the question remains, what's the cost of that fight? Stay tuned for updates as the legal drama, family turmoil, and public fallout continue. Will Teyana get the peace she deserves, or will this battle drag on for even longer? Only time will tell.